Hey guys, what's up? This is Eddie coming back at you. So today, as part of the video challenge, I will answer the following question. All right. So how do I get my offer accepted? So if you've been a buyer in this market, you know that competition is stiff, right? Most buyers have submitted more than one offer. Most buyers have been denied at least once. So I get the question, what can I do to help ensure that my offer is selected? So here are some things that you need to keep in mind. Number one, you want to make sure that you submit your highest and best offer as your first offer. It used to be back in the day that when sellers would receive multiple offers, the selling agent would come back and say, listen, we have multiple offers. Go ahead and submit your highest and best. That isn't necessarily the case today. So they expect to get your highest and best offer initially. So you don't want to play any games. Go ahead and submit your highest and best offer up front. Now, here's a note. The market value of a home isn't what the list price is. So you want to look at that listing price as a suggestion. All right. So the market value is defined as the value that a willing buyer will pay for a home. So that is the value that a buyer is willing to pay for the home. So that is the market value. So if the list price is 180, but you have somebody out there willing to pay $190,000 for it, guess what? That's the market value of the home. 190 and not the 180. So you want to go ahead and put in your highest and best up front. All right. Number two, you want to consider different things. I mean, we have buyers doing, different things, and you have to determine what's best for you. But one of the things that we're seeing a lot of is the appraisal gap contingency. Mainly what that means is a lot of times when buyers go over, let's just say the home was listed at 190. The buyer decides they want to submit an offer for 200,000. If the seller is concerned about the home appraising, what some buyers are doing, they're saying that if the home does not appraise, we're willing to pay up to $10,000 above the appraisal value. We're willing to pay up to $5,000 above the appraisal value. So buyers are starting to do this. Now, obviously, if you don't have the money, you can't do that. But we are starting to see that. So if you can do that, that would definitely strengthen your offer. All right. Consider paying cash for the home or conventional financing. Now, obviously, everybody prefers cash because you don't have an appraisal contingency, you don't have a finance contingency. It's just less risk for the seller. And a lot of times you can close a lot quicker. But if you can't do cash, you want to try to do conventional financing. Now, if you can qualify for conventional financing, you want to do that. So reach out to your lender if you're qualified for FHA or USDA or VA and you want to consider unconventional. You just need to reach out to your loan officer to see if that's possible for you. So most sellers prefer conventional because it's less of a risk than the other loan types. Typically, most conventional appraisals and appraisers are less stringent than you would see from a VA or an FHA. So that's why a lot of sellers prefer conventional financing. So reach out to your loan officers to see if that is possible for you. You may want to consider an as-is offer. So I can tell you for me personally, in representing the seller here recently, my last 3 or 4 listings here have been as-is contracts. So that's when the buyer comes and says, listen, I'm going to have my inspections, I'm going to have my due diligence period, but I'm not going to ask the seller to make any repairs. So that's an as-is contract. So you may want to consider doing that. Now you may want to ask your real estate agent if they think that's a good idea as well. If the home is relatively new, less than 5 years old, chances are you're not going to have too many issues. But if the home was built in 1960, haven't had any upgrades, then it may be more of a risk. Now, with that due diligence period, you're still going to have the opportunity to have your inspections. And if the inspections turn up anything that you're uncomfortable with, then at that point you can say, listen, I just want to walk away. Let me get my earnest money back. So you may want to consider doing an as-is offer. So sellers do look kindly upon those offers. Um, you want to try to be in position to close as quickly as possible. Once again, most sellers, they want to close as quickly as possible. Obviously, if you have cash, you're going to be able to close quickly. Conventional financing typically is quicker than FHA and VA. So you want to reach out to your loan officer once again to see if there's anything that you can do to lessen the amount of time of the approval process time. So sometimes some lenders will go ahead and do a pre-underwriting process, get all of your information, go ahead and submit that, have the underwriter take a look at it, and then you just wait on your home. So when you submit that offer and the seller sees that you can close in 15 days, but someone else is going to take them 30, 45, 60 days, then obviously that's going to give you a hand up. So if you can do that, that's something that you want to go ahead and consult with your loan officer about now to see if that's a possibility for you. All right. Um, so those are some things that you can do right now to put yourself in a much better position. Now, you may not be able to do all of those things, but anything that you can do in this market is going to be a benefit to you. So if you have any questions, there's a lot more that I could say, but I'm running out of time. I don't want to make these videos too long, but go ahead and reach out to me, 803-497-7112. That's 803-497-7112. You can hit me up at eddieadamson.com. Check me out on YouTube. I have lots of videos, educational videos on YouTube. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe there as well. But I'll talk to you guys soon. Y'all have a blessed day. All right, peace.